So you got Calvin, he's a sweet boy. He came up to Cheyenne and said, "Hey girl, how you doing? You looking right today. I think I'm gonna hook up with you." Because you was great. So Cheyenne and Calvin date for a little bit. Cheyenne gives herself to Calvin, her emotions, her love. I'm not just talking about sex, y'all. I'm talking about, yeah, I said it, sex in church. Ooh, girl, she going to hell. Oh, she said hell. Dang, that's two offenses. Snap. If I don't talk about it, who else is going to talk about it? MTV, the world. Because last time I checked, 16 and pregnant was on MTV, and I'm trying to keep you guys from being 16 and pregnant, all right? So Calvin didn't work out with them, so they kind of like separated. Not too much though, because they're still attached. He's trying to go away, but yeah, they're still attached. Oh, so then Mr. Damien, he said, "Cheyenne, I think you're the beautiful girl I love to have be part of my life, because you're so cool, and you just, girl, you got style and swag. Can you please be my girlfriend?" So Damien and Cheyenne hook up a little bit. Cheyenne tells him that, "I think you're the one. I think we'll be together forever." Yes. You treat me so nice. But then Cheyenne finds Daniel, some other chick, the next week, and oh, he's out of the picture. Oh, but he can't go nowhere because they're attached. We're here. Have you leave? Yeah, here. Let's pretend BL is a 17-year-old.
All right, BL.
Okay, BL is 17 right now. That ain't another guy. So, BL, you're 17 and you guys had your moment. I'm gonna leave there. So you're attached. Okay, so they dated, whatever, alright. So, you got all these strings attached to you, Cheyenne. All these strings attached. Because you've given so much of yourself to these guys. So you got all this baggage. All this baggage. When you try to walk forward with me. Oh, snap. She can't go nowhere because she's got all this baggage. Oh, the string broke. That wasn't supposed to happen. So, you got all this baggage. Yourself to so many guys. What does that mean for you? So what is really our problem? The dilemma? Sure, it's fun, you know, when you hooked up with them and everything, but when they leave you, you still hurt on the inside, right? Yeah, it hurts. Tell me about it. This is a really cool thing that God showed me a while back when I was learning about this stuff. Thank you. So, this way we all see that. So we got this beautifully, because I can't talk, beautifully wrapped gift. I'll see that as a gift, right? You see it? Gift? Gift? Yeah. Well, guys and girls have a gift for their future spouse. But you know what happens when we connect with people that God doesn't really need to connect us with? Something happens. When we start giving of ourselves, this is what happens. You give one, BL. Start. First of all, do we even know what's in this box? We just know that we got this awesome gift. Our hearts, guys. I'm talking about our hearts, okay? You know what, God? He says to protect our hearts. What he says is, above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. But we're doing an awful job of guarding our hearts. Go for Damien, go for Calvin. And then we just have this ugly box. Ends up being ripped open. To find this is empty shell. nothing. Right? So it's empty. Just, that's what we're left looking like. When we give and give and give of our emotions, of ourselves, to anybody that asks for it. Anybody willing to be like, hey girl, you're pretty. Oh, just kidding. And then they leave you. That's what happens. He says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So, not only does that happen, but everything after that in your life is affected by it. So the next guy that tries to come, maybe he is a good guy, maybe he is a man of God, he comes up trying to talk to you, but he can't because you're still guarded, because you've been hurt so many times. Because he told you he loved you, but he really didn't. So then you said, oh, I guess I'm really not worthy of love. And when he told you that you'd be his everything, and the next minute he was with another girl telling her the same thing, how do you think that made her feel? Worthless? Right? Yeah. So, what really is our problem? So we simply aren't guarding our hearts. And because of it, we're being hurt, and then in turn, we're hurting others. Smart man guy told me one day, he said, hurt people hurt people. I know there were some of you guys that were here last warehouse, and I told you about a guy that I dated that got me into a really bad car accident. But what I didn't really expound on is what that did to the inside of me. But I want to show you what happens when we give freely of our hearts without first making sure that they were worthy to have your heart to begin with. Because I believe that God is the only one that can really take care of your heart efficiently. Alright, Eric, I'm going to talk while this plays. You can go ahead and press play. Look at this freaking. Alright, you guys see that, right? All that glass, man, I'll tell you what. That's where I was sitting, right there in that front seat, the passenger. That door is open because my head hit it so hard, it popped it open. And that's where a tree hit. We hit a tree. Because the guy decided that he was going to act foolish and drive like a maniac. So that's where I was sitting, guys, and that's where a tree hit our car. Mind you, my boyfriend at the time was driving. And that's what that looked like after the accident. He didn't protect me, but God designed the man that was supposed to be with me to protect me. He actually put me in harm's way, the opposite. Pretty, it hurt real bad. He didn't favor me. He didn't want me. It looked like he was trying to get rid of me, actually. Yeah, I was looking real rough, guys. Had a broken jaw. I was in the airport a day after the accident. Let me recover. Yeah, I had a bad one that. Pretty intense, I guess. See, we think that it's all fun and games until it actually happens to us. Alright? Yeah. Fun and games until it actually happens. We say, oh, we can, play with this guy or play with this girl. And I can pretend to love her and tell her that. But when it actually comes down to it and you're put in the position of whether or not you have to protect them, oh yeah, that's what I look like after because God's awesome. And I'm still here because I have a purpose to live out. Y'all, this stuff happens, and it happened to me because I allowed myself to give my heart to someone who didn't deserve it. I didn't qualify him to have it, but I let him have it anyway because I thought he loved me because he said he did, and I trusted with him. Y'all, I didn't guard my heart. So there was a season of my life where I looked like this. Season in my life where I was empty. I was hurt. I was wounded. Y'all, it hurt so bad. Because while I didn't give myself physically to him, I definitely gave him my emotions. Told him I loved him. I gave everything emotionally. I said, wow, you could probably be the one for me. I thought that in my heart. I didn't protect what was sacred, what God had given me, that gift. So I learned I had a string attached to him. But the thing is, God didn't design for that to happen to me. The devil was trying to take me out. God does, however, have a solution for us. It says in His Word, 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away, and all things become new. So Cheyenne, along the way, met this awesome woman of God who spoke into her life and said, girl, you got it going on. But not because these guys tell you, but because God says you are. Because God says that you are the apple of His eye. Everything that He ever wanted was He created you. He said you're special. That you're His treasure, His prized possession. So you said, all right, God, I'm going to trust you. And Cheyenne let God in her life. This is what began to happen. Ooh, that's good. No strings attached. Y'all can do it. So, in turn, God had something for Cheyenne. She was this empty shell of a person. Wounded, hurt. She cried herself to sleep at night. She thought that nobody believed in her. Nobody wanted her. Nobody loved her. Nobody was willing to fight for her. But God says, He'll make you new. He gave her a new heart. Restored, better than before. Look at this. Beautiful. I bet Cheyenne let her heart be torn up by another guy. She's not going to let him rip it up to see her gift that God has given her heart. God can make every single part of you new. He will restore everything you gave up, that you lost, that was stolen from you guys. I didn't want to be put in that position. 9 months of my life was taken from me to recoup that accident. That happened to me last August, almost a year ago. Y'all, I can't even tell you. First time I had ever really been in a relationship that was an adult relationship that I thought was something. And he did that to me. Now, I'm not saying he did that intentionally, but he definitely put me in harm's way. And then sent me packing the week after. Didn't call me, didn't text me, didn't talk to me. I had to call him a week later and say, hey man, what's up? I thought you loved me. Guess not. Well, I said, well, hi, because I know God's got better for me. I was smart enough to know that. And then I began a process of God renewing my heart. So it didn't look like that, but it looked like that. And I'm holding it. I know what I deserve. I know that there is somebody that's going to fight for me, fight for what I have to offer, knows that I'm worth something awesome. Alright? You do not have to compromise your worth to know love. Because let me tell you, Jesus already gave it all for you because He loves you. He gave the ultimate sacrifice. He won the ultimate battle for you, for your soul, for your heart. He loves us unconditionally. So don't settle for a false